Join the Hello Win Forum, where ninzaFamily traders come together to explore valuable trading knowledge and products. Click the link in the description to get started.
Traders, welcome to A+ Setups Discord room. Today we are going to be working with NINZA's, a couple of NINZA's products. The first one is primarily what we're showing today is Captain Optimus Strong. And we're going to be using Solar Wave as a trend model, and then the W-Wave Volume Pro as the trigger mechanism for our setups. So how we're going to do that is we have Captain Optimus Strong set for both long and short. It's triggered off of the W-Wave Volume Pro, so we're long right now in a trade as we speak. And then as we move forward, I'm going to use the Solar Wave trend vector line to add the positions, you know, if we're still in the trade while it jostles back and forth. So currently starting this session here, today is 4/23/2025, and before starting this session, we're going to give it some room here in case we pull back. We are, let's see if I can pull up I've let this run for about maybe 2 hours now. And here's the results right now. We're up 24.25 with this system. This is the ATM I'm using right now. So that's let's go ahead and we'll add right in there, and we'll give this room right down here underneath the the trailing stop line. Alright, so it wasn't expecting to get right into a trade right at the onset of this, but that's okay. We'll just keep talking right through it. So what we did is we, Captain Optimus entered us automatically, as it's supposed to do, triggered off of the W-Wave Volume Pro, so we got into the trade. Nice little bump up. I'm trying to get 65 ticks at a minimum on the trade. We didn't reach that. We come back down, so I entered here at the trend vector line, and we've got our stop down here below the trailing stop here. So we've had a good run so far to date using this, and we've only been trading it up and running since right around 1 p.m. Eastern time. I think is when I came in to fire it up. So it's had a really good, strong performance so far. I'm going to let this trade play out here before I get into the particulars of how I have everything configured. So we're going to let this play out. Win, lose, or draw, and then we'll get into dissecting how everything is plugged together here. You can see here the W-Wave Volume Pro is easy to see as it accumulates volume in these bullish, during the time when the trend is bullish. Now my tactic is, if we start closing higher from here, you know, somewhere in this range, I'll take one of the contracts off if we get up into this area here. If not, we come down, we sweep the lows. We sweep through there, we just exit the trade. Now these are also good places I like to add to if you see where this thing triggered the initial long. You know, we'll add again if we get back up above there, and then again, like I said, I'll peel one off in this area right here. Just letting the ATM do its thing, giving it about all the room I care to give it in a trade like this. Just gotta let these trades play out. Captain Optimus Strong does a really good job of getting you into the trades if you have them set up on the right triggers. If it's an indicator from NINZA that you like to trade, it does a really good job of getting you into those trades. We're going to talk about that once this trade's over. I am in a sim account though. Just want to make sure everybody is aware of that, because we're just demonstrating capabilities here, but I trade this the same way. I'm not gunslinging to show you you know, trading 40 contracts on this to show you what you can do. This is trading as if we're in a $150,000 account, so we are well within our bounds to trade 1 to 3 contracts, but that's it. That's as far as I'll go, you know, in my regular accounts. at the $150,000 level. Let's see what we're going to do here. Not going to say anything to jinx what just almost happened, so we're going to let this play out. Kind of feel like, as a scalper, I kind of feel like Warren Buffett in this position right here. I think it seems like I've held forever. All right, that took us out. So that took us down for the day on that trade, which is okay. Let me find the, here we go. Put us back in on the short side. What just happened there? I wasn't even, did I trigger, did I do something to cause that thing to exit? Yeah, so we're back down, back up $1,000 for the day. So we're gonna let another trade pull out, and then I'm going to talk through how everything's set up here. We're at a key level right now in several of the markets, kind of the dividing line, whether or not we stay bullish for the rest of the day or we tank down and go much lower. So I'm watching that level very closely. It's not on our chart here, but it is on a couple of other charts I'm watching. Now, I'm not sure what happened to that trade we were in right there. We should still be in it and should be close to profit on that. So I may have done something prematurely as I was bringing up that trade performance report that kicked us out. I couldn't see what we did there, so let's just take a look and see what happened. Yeah, that should have never happened right there. Something happened and it exited right there. There's no reason. I don't have a stop in the market for that thing to have exited, right, especially right there at the tip, at the point of that wick. Yeah, I don't know what caused that, but we should have already been in for a profit on this. But this is not a video game where you get to respawn. It is what it is. That was weird. So what I will do here is just right above there, I'll put a sell limit in using the trend vector level. All right, nice easy trade. That put us back over 1325. Nicely done, Solar Wave. That level right there, the trend vector, did excellent. So now I don't take another trade until we get another cycle. Until it cycles up, then I won't take another trade. You know, the one trade down, we should have had that one in the bag. Not sure what happened there, but we did snag this one. Got a good entry on a buy limit, and we came out at our 65 tick. Take profit. All right, how do I have this thing configured? So the first thing is I have Captain Optimus Strong loaded. I haven't really done any configuration here other than to deselect the time segments. I deselected all those. I didn't change anything else in the actual indicator module itself. Oh, I did deselect that so as not to clutter it up. You can see where the entry is just simply by its triggering on those W-Wave entries from the W-Wave Volume Pro. But I do have this, I have it deselected just so it doesn't clutter my chart up, that's all. If I have this on here, and so you can see the COS, Captain Optimus Strong in the background. Yeah, I don't need to see two markers telling me where it's going to enter at. Alright, second thing is, now we're entered long. We'll let this play out while I talk through this. We'll let it do its thing. The W-Wave interesting thing here is the W-Wave Volume Pro entered prior to us. Yeah, let me see if I see the trailing stop yet. Not yet. Not yet. I'm going to leave the stop right there until we get a little bit more wiggle room here. Okay, we'll just let that play out. Okay, so for solar wave, going back over here, what I've done is it's default settings on solar wave 2, 4. No changes here. And the only thing I did on solar wave was I deselected again all of those markers. Yeah, I don't want to see all those on there. I don't need to see them. I just want to see the indicator itself. For the W-Wave Volume Pro, I did change some settings here. I found this is what works best for me on the NQ for the bar chart I'm trading. I'm trading right now okay, we pull back down. It came out for a loss, it's okay. I'm trading the 36.4 currently. Slightly different than the bar chart I normally trade on. But for the settings here, I use what works best for me is a 3.5. And I use the volume filter for the NQ and NQ only at 30. Alright, so now, this is actually, see, this is what could I see it? That's where I normally like to put my stop. So this is where I like to enter here for this trade. We lost on that when it came down. For some reason, I just couldn't see that. I had the panel up right there. You couldn't see this marker. This is where I would have had the stop had I seen that right there. Give this thing time to work itself out. Now this is how I have the actual Captain Optimus Strong module configured. So once you click that, now keep in mind what I just showed you was my visual chart. That's just what I'm seeing when I pulled up the indicator tab. This just lets me see what's on my chart. Okay, the Captain Optimus Strong is a separate panel, and what I did was I pulled the WA Volume Pro inside here, and I matched the settings 3.5 and 30, and then what I queued this off of was the signal trend. You got to be able to grab the plot of the indicator that you want Optimus Strong to trade off of. So I have some NINZA indicators where it doesn't have a plot that you can grab for Optimus Strong to latch onto, but the WA Volume Pro does. And you can also do it with Solar Wave as well. That works. There's a couple of features in there you can grab. So that's what we did here. We grabbed the signal trend, and which is the W wave. That's what it relates to, and that's where signals are coming from. So that's how I have it set up today. So the takeaway from this is, if you go purchase Captain Optimus Strong from NINZA, or you buy any other indicator that you think Optimus Strong is going to give you an entry on, you got to make sure that there's a plot you can grab for Optimus Strong to latch onto. When this trade's over right here, I mean, I think you've seen enough of the demo. That's really what I wanted to show you here. I'm going to go in and show you some other indicators about what I'm talking about. Let's let this trade play out here. Now if we flip back up and escape this this trade right here as being a loser, we flop back up. Then there's a couple of places where I would look at adding. Another one would be if we flip back bullish again in the W wave. Inside of this, I will look at adding another contract here. Let's see what happens here. You notice so far, this down move, the volume shelf on this was a lot lower than this right here. So I don't know if that means anything right now, but again, if we flip bullish on the W wave, I will jump back in for sure. All right, we're gonna let this roll a little bit because I think there's potential for us to catch a bullish W wave pro here. It's a good possibility. If we do, we're going to try and get a runner. If I can get a second contract. All right. So we got 22 handles. We do not want to let a good profit turn into a loss here. We sweep this properly, get up into here. I'll start trailing a little more closely. I did not add the second like I said I was going to. It happened. I was expecting it to happen somewhere in here. But we've got a good trade on our hands. This is what we're looking for. So we'll trail it. I trail mine manually. Very nice trade going right now. Alright. I'm stopped right above this area right here. If we survive this, let's just see how far we run with it. But we have a really nice trade going so far. Anytime I have a take profit in, I always have my finger on the close button in case it sweeps through my take profit. That was a nice trade. Okay, so we're back up now to, let's pull that back up. Let me bring it back up again because it must have closed that out. So we're gonna call it right now on the testing with, again, Captain Optimus Strong overlaid on top of the trend model Solar Wave. But we've got Optimus Strong tied to the W-Wave Volume Pro. Now here's the profits for today. 17 trades, 70% accurate. Really good performance, I think, on the price action that we've seen since about 1 p.m. So it's about 3 p.m. Eastern Time, so it's been running about 2 hours. So, okay, so let's go ahead and stop. Here's how you activate, deactivate Optimus Strong through the long and short buttons up there. You know, I've got everything set to a market order, and you know, I have a 65 tick take profit, 65 tick stop loss. But I will interject and try to get more of a take profit if I think, based on where the market is moving from, stand a chance to do that. That's why we manually move that there. Don't worry about that. That's just the name of the sim account I have. So let's talk about, let's take a look at another indicator I have from NINZA that doesn't have the plot feature. It doesn't even show. So let's go into indicators, and let's go ahead and remove W-Wave Volume Pro. Alright, so now all we have on there is Optimus Strong and Solar Wave. So I loaded this in, the triple Range Rover. We add it. Default settings. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Let's remove the background. Too many competing colors. I don't even want to see the colored bars. We just want to see, yeah, there we go. Now, one way you could play this, if you could get Captain Optimus Strong, is obviously to bullish signal here. You wait for the pullbacks and then trigger the triple Range Rover. Now me, I just like trading that the first signal on everything. So here we have first signal, you take it. It is, it trips it right there. That's really close. This is clear. Trips it. Solar Wave's bullish. Come back. And then you take the triple Range Rover play. Alright, pretty much self-explanatory. Bullish. Solar Wave is. Take the triple Range Rover trade. Stop below here and you try to get your trade in. Here's a nice one. And there you go. So let's see if we can configure this. Again, I'm going to show you that we have it listed here. We can see it on our chart. We see both Solar Wave and triple Range Rover. Alright, I'm going to hit F5. Just because. Now let's go configure Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime. Captain Optimus Strong. Let's go configure him. We're not going to see that anymore. There we go. Captain Optimus Prime. We want to see him on the NINZA triple Range Rover. See, it won't even show up on my indicators queue as being available for Captain Optimus. I keep wanting to call him Optimus Prime. It won't even show up, and I've looked and looked and looked just to make sure. So there's a point to this. That's what I'm getting to. I've already done this like 14 times. I'm just showing you that I've gone through this list. It's not in anything there, so my point is, if you purchase Captain Optimus Strong from NINZA, make sure you talk with the very helpful associates there, and make sure that they know what you're buying Captain Optimus Strong for, and they will be able to tell you if it's got a plot that you can grab. See, I can't do that with Triple Range Rover and Captain Optimus Strong. So let's try another indicator to see if we can do that. Let's just open up Optimus Strong, and let's see if I can find let's try Trend Magic. We're going to remove that from Captain Optimus Strong. We're going to plot Trend Magic. And I don't think it's going to pick that up either. Nope. Let's go back to Captain Optimus Strong. Let's go back and try Trend Magic again with a different plot. Nope, it's not going to do it because it doesn't give me that little screen. So, again, let's find something else here. Again, the indicator's got to has to have a plot that you can pull for Optimus Strong to key off of. So that's the whole point that I want to make sure for those of you watching that you can talk smartly with NINZA whenever you go to purchase something like this, that they know exactly what you're going to link this up with. Let's see if something like the BLT trigger lines, if that even comes up. Trigger, let's just see. Nope, it doesn't pull that one either. So that's the whole point of what I was just working through right there. So I'm going to remove that. We'll leave this up here. Alright, so it's 3:08. I think we did a pretty good demonstration on Captain Optimus Strong, incorporated with products that go very well together, and that Captain Optimus Strong can actually key in on to generate those auto signals. So, you know, the other indicator you could use with this right here for like some of the NINZA products. Let's say that you have some stuff that NINZA may not have a plot feature on, that you can always use the EOB order entry tool. We'll add that. We'll take Captain Optimus Strong off. Order active till canceled. And you can always trade with something like that. So if we are in a bullish environment, we just bought on the limit down right there using the end of bar order tool. And I don't have an ATM selected. I'm just demonstrating that this is another way you could trade that if you have some tools that you want to combine together. The EOB order entry tool is just a great product to use. I generally don't like entering on a flat solar wave bar like this right here, but you know, for demonstration purposes. And there we go, got a nice little winner right there. So using this tool, it's real easy to calculate that, hey, if TRR is slightly below, 1 to 2 bars above, it's going to close above, so you can just, buy up. Hit the old buy up button right there. And if she closes up, you can get in. But these are perfect examples of bearish trend, TRR down, really nice trade. You can capture that with the end of bar order entry tool. There's just all kinds of ways to do that. Just the most important thing, like I always mention, is, it's the 3 pillars that you have to focus on to get right, and don't be flip-flopping so many times. Find something that you like. Find a concept that you like. Let's put a sell stop right there. Find a concept you like. I mean, we're just horsing around right here, and you can see the stuff's working good. I mean, this is almost day done for, if you're just trading, trying to get a couple $100 a day out. I mean, we've done that fairly easily so far. There's just a couple of ways to use, the NINZA tools. But focus on the trading model, get you a concept you like, and then just draw your line there. And, NINZA has some really good trading models that you can focus on, but it doesn't stop with you just buying an indicator and then you're just like, well, this thing doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Let's see, what did I have triggered there? I must have left something on. It's working, so we're short and it's working. We're making money by accident. We're gonna close that out. Yeah, everything should be off. All right, yeah, focus, get your trading model right, and then spend all your time on your money management. The right take profit, the right stop loss. And the only way you can do that is spending the time. After hours, weekends, laying your strategies out and mapping out your runs, take your signals, get the maximum favorable excursions against your entries versus your stop losses. You just have to figure it out. So there's plenty of good tools out there. There's no magic, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this short demonstration on Captain Optimus Strong, some of the NINZA products. We're at about 45 minutes, about what I wanted to spend on the session today. So we'll do one more session tomorrow, and that'll be it for this week on NINZA product reviews. As always, good luck in your trading. This is Brian signing off, and we'll see you in the room tomorrow.
Join the Hello Win forum and enjoy exclusive member benefits. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to get started.